never really close it, actually. We just reopen it every year. And starting in 1971, partnering with the University of Washington to bring crew races here, and then now our 39th partnership with the Windermere Cup, and we are very, very happy to host the team from New Zealand. So good to see you. Welcome. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you to Windermere and the University of Washington. We are looking forward to opening day. Stay safe out there, and thanks for bringing the community together. Really appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Obi, we'll get started with you. We'll just work our way down the line. Thank you.
Welcome, you guys. This is the 39th rowing of the Windermere Cup. It's been really special throughout the years, and our partnership with the University of Washington and Seattle Yacht Club is incredibly important to us. The logistics behind throwing the largest free sporting event in the country is staggering. And so Fran and Molly, fantastic job. It's a huge undertaking, and the partnership is meaningful. This is the third time we've hosted New Zealand, fourth time, pardon me, we've hosted New Zealand. The first time I was 19, it was 1999. On Friday night, a couple of our agents decided to have a kegger. And we invited the New Zealand team, and everybody got rowdy. And sure enough, Saturday morning came, and the UW beat the crap out of New Zealand. Hot damn, 2007. We kind of pulled the same thing. We went to a bar this time, and one of our employees could drink a pint with her hands behind her back. And so it got really rowdy and fun. And Saturday morning came, and the Huskies won. 2015, we forgot Friday night. And so this year, I'd like to invite you all to Party on the Cut Friday night. There'll be lots of dancing, music, and alcohol. And so welcome. This is really fun, really special, of course. These guys will talk a lot about what to expect, and we're just happy you're here. That's it. That's all I got.
I guess the difference this year with the Party on the Cut and the last couple of years is that since all of the athletes will be racing in the event.
Oh, that's right.
They definitely won't be partaking in the festivities that we know of. But now you know the secret tactics of our sponsor to try to give the Huskies an edge. So we're so excited you guys are here. We've had a number of Kiwis on the team, and they're just some of our best athletes and incredible people. And so glad that you accepted our invitation. And we've got a couple of Kiwis on the New Zealand boat, Ella Castle, who graduated here in 2023. She stroked our 8 that was runner-up at the NCAAs. And then also, I don't know how it worked out, but thank you for bringing Izzy Melville. She's going to be a freshman here next year, and we're super excited about having her here at Washington.
Well, I wanted to first thank Windermere, of course, for sponsoring this event and bringing New Zealand, one of the world's best rowing nations, to the Montlake Cut, also Indiana. And this is 39 years of incredible partnership, and one that doesn't exist almost anywhere in intercollegiate athletics. And with the changes of intercollegiate athletics right now, it just shows how important it is to have corporate sponsorship, but also community sponsorship, and it's both. It spans both almost like a personal relationship, but also professional at the same time. And I think the future of Olympic sports like men's and women's rowing will even have to have stronger relationships like this. And you guys have paved the way and been the leaders in that for such a long time. So thank you, and all the effort you put in this for so many years. And it is really special to the Seattle community and our university, and especially our student athletes. And I'm sure your athletes will feel that when they're here too. Also, Seattle Yacht Club for partnering with us, hopefully guarding the Montlake Cut from foreign invaders here. But they've been great partners with us, and I also want to say thank you to the Manson Company. Pete Popp, who was one of their principals, passed away this year, and he's had been a very strong supporter of Washington rowing, but also Stanford rowing. And we just want to acknowledge that he passed on that relationship with Manson. Putting the log boom out there is something very special, and I really, really appreciate it. It creates one of the incredible venues for rowing that doesn't really exist anywhere in the world besides here, which is so Pacific Northwest. The New Zealanders, world-class rowing. I think one of those programs we always look to, like, what are they doing? How do they produce so many medals in the Olympics with such a small population? It's one of the smartest marine. I mean, you look at from America's Cup racing to rowing, they're always at the top of the charts. When we're recruiting student athletes, we're always looking for kids that have enough grit to row here It's Pacific Northwest. It's a hard place to row. And we rowed a very high level and a lot of work. And the Kiwis always come to and elevate what we're doing here. We have 7 Kiwis on my team currently. We always love to have more. They always fit in really well, and they always elevate what we're doing here. And we're really proud of our relationship with Rowing New Zealand, and also one of the highlights was Logan Ulrich winning the Olympic silver medal last year. He actually got second to one of our assistant coaches, Michael Grady, but to watch him develop as a high schooler to college rower, Mike here will maybe speak about that. He coached him. But what amount of pride our community had in his performance there, and it's so amazing to have him back here at the University of Washington this year as a leader, just an epitome of the rowing tradition and world in New Zealand and what can be done there. So really appreciate you guys coming. Our 4th time down the course. 2015 hurt a little bit, but it prepared us to win a national championship, and that's what we're hoping this will do. Also elevate our competition, be a great exhibition, a great spectacle for the Northwest, and it's really great to have you guys back. So thank you for coming all this way.
Cheers. Kia ora, everyone. First of all, this week so far has just been a real blast, and it is just continuing to get more and more hyped up, and it's just epic to be wrapped up in it. Obviously, a massive thanks to Windermere Real Estate, Obi, and your team. This obviously wouldn't be possible for us to get out over here without the sponsorship. So that is massively appreciated. Getting the chance to row over here is any chance for us to get out in the black and the Furnon is a huge privilege, and especially to come to a world-renowned race like the Windermere Cup. So it's a real privilege to be a part of the 4th team that's got to come over here and wear the Fern. A massive thanks to Michael and Yaz, and to the Washington team. It's been everyone's been super friendly, so welcoming. It's felt like nothing but warmth from everyone, which has just been really, really nice to be a part of. We weren't really sure what it was going to be like to come into into your natural environment, and maybe it'll change on game day. I don't know, but it just feels really nice to be here. Me, myself, I'm working with the Women's 8, and we've brought over, as Yaz alluded to there, we've got 2 of the women in the crew. One of them's Alam Ella Kossel, and Izzy Melville has got, I'd use the P word again, I'd say the privilege to come and represent University of Washington as a freshman this year, like just spending this time on the campus and getting us to see the facilities, the standard of the rowers, the standard of the coaches. It's phenomenal. So you can really see why there's a lot of young Kiwis that are really excited about getting opportunities to come over to the USA and represent in the collegiate system. Some of the other women that we've got here, we've been spread out around the country, so we've assembled about a week ago. Some of us are from all the way down south in Dunedin, which of course everyone will know where that is. Yeah, but a lot of young, I'd say, talent, really hungry, really wanting to come out and try to prove something to themselves, and respect the fact that we get to wear the Fern here. So just thanks again to everyone. Really appreciate being here.
I'm just going to really reiterate what Tom has just said. The privilege to be invited and have a team here, we really do have to thank Windermere Real Estate. It's a huge process of getting everyone ready and getting everyone here. So Obi, we thank you for that so much, for the opportunity. As Tom alluded to, and I'm going to pretty much just repeat what he said, but again, Washington. The yacht club, the boat ride yesterday was just absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Seattle Yacht Club, for putting that together. And it's just so great hearing about these such long partnerships that as a team, a community you have, it's second to none, I believe, in that area, and something we can all aspire to try and achieve ourselves back in New Zealand. Definitely what you have here as a facility, I now get it. I've always questioned, why do so many New Zealand athletes go to America? Well, just driving in here was enough to sort of, okay, probably best just to embrace it. The crew we have here right at the moment, it's very much a new development group. We have one person who was a reserve at the Olympics in our boat. The rest are all fresh people into what we'll call the New Zealand system. So it's a boat made up of who will be the upcoming elite team and under 23s. But again, you know, we feel a little bit on both boats because, as Mike pointed to, you've got a couple of our members in your boat too, and very exciting people. So really excited for what you're doing for them, and hopefully they come back and embrace what we're doing back in New Zealand, as you talked about, Logan. Very much a big part of our program going forward. So again, thank you for Washington rowing team or crew team, what you do for New Zealand rowing. Yeah, that's probably. But thank you, everyone.
Thank you all. Questions from Aaron or Scott? Go ahead, use the mic, Scott, and I can give you mine.
Coach Roger, I was wondering what it's like to have Logan on the other side. What'll be, how that will be, and Coach Callan, I wanted to ask you: have you asked for a scouting report on any of the New Zealand rowers?
Yeah, you go first, Mike.
To be fair, one of the most exciting things I was looking forward to was actually catching up with Logan. He's going to be a part of our team at World Cups. He's taken on the single for our World Cup campaign. So I went out and had a little look at it, went out with him in the single yesterday. He's rowing the boat for Logan as well as he can in the single.
Tire him out.
Hey, it was his eye. Yeah. I shouldn't have said that, should I? But yeah, so again, his learnings that he's getting here are really good. Do I wish he was in our boat? Yes.
He certainly gave us an indication who's coming, saying that I think one of the narratives that's not ever spoken about, but I think is there's quite a bit of press about international students coming to the United States, and everything from tennis to swimming to rowing to basketball. And one thing that people don't realize, I think one of the successes of last year's Olympic U.S. team is that all these guys had rowed with incredible national or international rowers in their colleges. Like Logan is elevating what our boathouse is doing. Everyone is better because of his level of determination in this sport, his mindset, leading through example, his work ethic. And what a lot of people in the United States don't realize is that they're making us better. And we're also coaches learning from them too. So Logan certainly has given us some scouting report, but I just wanted to mention how much he's added and how much others have added to our team and the Americans and even our Olympic and national teams because of it. It's one of those things that people aren't really speaking of much, but I think is really actually, I mean, if you ask Mike Grady downstairs who won Olympic gold medal, he goes, I don't think we would have won medals without these guys going through college with them, or at least competing against them in college. They elevated what we're doing here now. I mean, the level of intercollegiate men's and women's rowing is very, very high right now.
I think Mike alluded to, the world-class training facility that this boathouse is. And thanks to Windermere, who remodeled our dining hall, by the way, in the past years, and Blake Nordstrom and members of the community and alums who take such incredible pride in this program that we want this to be a destination where people from the city of Seattle, the United States of America, and top athletes from around the world want to come here. And then for you guys, we want to send them back better than we got them. So it is our intention to create a space where we can develop the best athletes, teammates, rowers who are going to go on to, because they love our sport and because they love their national team, are going to want to continue on to the world and Olympic stage. And if you look at the wall down in the champions room, you'll see there's a pretty long list of incredible people who have done exactly that. And that's a huge part of the Washington legacy.
First off, for Michael and Yaz, just thoughts on your competitors being able to go up against, or a couple of them, Logan specifically, going up against his national team or just his home country. That's the first question. And then for Mike and Tom, what are your expectations for the atmosphere around what your expectations are for Saturday and what it's going to be like?
I know Logan has mentioned what a privilege it is to race. When do you get to race your own national team? And so he was talking about what a privilege it is to actually go to race his own national team. So he's outside. I'm sure you can ask his opinion about it. But I know the Kiwis on our team right now are really psyched. There's more Kiwis in this boathouse right now. They brought their parents. We're going to have quite a party at Obi's house on Saturday night. But there is a huge reunion and I think a really good celebration. It's a tight community there also, but I know he's really looking forward to it, and he was really looking forward to seeing his teammates, his roommates here and competing against them on Saturday.
Atmosphere.
It kind of has an Olympic spirit about it, you know, where it's not, how could it be a rivalry when it's your own people, right? So it's like we're all just here to bring our very best. And tonight when we have the Windermere dinner, that's just truly a celebration where everyone gets to know one another before they go to the line and throw down. And I think the night sprints will be extra exciting too, because we'll have 4 boats wide. We're going to have 2 8s in that one. And I think everybody's just really excited to show what they can do.
Yeah, I think on the atmosphere front, as I kind of alluded to at the start, it's just been building the whole way through, and thanks to the Seattle Yacht Club for taking us out yesterday. That was like just a little taster when the boats got there's all the bubble machines getting poured out, and there's a lot of alcohol there. Like I think we were trying to get stitched up yesterday as well, and I said to a couple of the guys like the discipline to remain strong was really admirable. But even out when we're going out in the booms, like there's maybe 20 boats out, and we just keep getting told like that's just the start, and we're like, oh man, this is already like more people than there are at our national regatta, you know. And then apparently there's going to be, you know, thousands of people on the sidelines and above the bridge. Like we keep getting told, and so you're thinking it's going to be this thing, and I know it's going to be this thing, but it's actually kind of hard for us to connect to it because we just don't have anything of a scale like this in New Zealand. It's just really, you'd have to go and watch like the America's Cup race, or you'd have to go to another sport, an international sport, to kind of feel the kind of energy that we're starting to feel in this race, which is, and again, like another epic reason why it's cool to be a part of, you know. So.
Yeah, very much the same. But as I had to Google what a cocktail suit was to wear tonight, I was pretty nervous right from the start about the whole thing. So as far as the atmosphere goes, I'm fortunate enough, and Logan actually had a few of the guys from 215 that were here to come out with us a few times before we came. Now, apparently they said a lot of, well, I'm not quite sure of the word to use, but they definitely are forebearers for us. They definitely enjoyed their time here, particularly on the Saturday. So don't think we'll be quite as boisterous as perhaps they were. When we do get back to New Zealand, we have a racing weekend the weekend we get home, so we're going to look after these boys pretty big. But all things aside, yeah, look, when the boom wasn't even out and there were boats starting to moor up down the strait there, and from the guys that had been here in 215 and talking about the noise in the last 500 metres, and perhaps even a cannon going off and things being thrown, and people having a great time on in their boats or on the side. It is very exciting, you know, and I believe it's actually, even talk about Henley, you get that something similar, but a lot of the people go to Henley not for the rowing, where I feel people here are really invested in what's happening. The conversations we've just had with local people, even around the hotel and that sort of thing, they're excited about it, and the rowing they're excited about, not just the party. So again, we've got pretty big expectations of what we're expecting, to be fair. Please don't let us down.
Anything else, guys? All right, we'll do the draw now. I'll grab the cup. We'll do the men's draw first. Yeah, I don't want to drop it. So, Mike, we'll let you go first. Maybe mix these up a little bit. So there's a 1 and a 2, and whichever one he grabs will be New Zealand's lane for the men's race. So go ahead and grab one of those.
Just really stir that pot.
Hopefully one of them says 1 and one of them says 2.
One.
All right, 2.
All right, very good. And then we're going to draw 3 for the women's race so that we have Indiana. We'll have OB draw their card out. So we'll start with you, Tom. And then Yaz. And then, again, representing Indiana.
be in the middle.
All right. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. That'll do it. We appreciate your time here today, and I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. So thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Thank you.